Well, hey guys, how's it going? I know that I never, ever do streams this early. I'm sometimes not even out of bed this early. But I kind of have a little bit of a time crunch today because I have another scheduled stream at 5 with Dave Benner, who is running the National Libertarian Party Twitter account, and I'm really excited to talk to him about taking over the account and the strategy he's using and the new messaging and communications because it's been on fire, it's been lit. So I couldn't do this stream at 5 today because I already had that one scheduled. And I've got another interview coming up in a little over an hour. And wouldn't you know it, I have other work to do today as well. So I wanted to just get it out of the way because we're doing it. We're doing it. We are doing part 2 of who knows how many of our debunking fake journalist Katie Herzog series, in which I am thoroughly debunking the smear piece that this bitch did on me. Oh, hang on. That is not even the correct article that we're looking at. This is the one I want to look at. Proof that journalist Katie Herzog ignored evidence of a Black Lives Matter mob attacking me. Now, this morning on the channel, I posted the clip of me doing a live reaction to Katie's hit piece on me, that little podcast in which I basically so basically what happened is Katie said something like, and you guys can watch the clip. We're not going to rehash the clip, but I do have additional evidence that I want to show you. Katie said something to the effect of, well, Carlin is known to exaggerate things. And she went on Fox News and claimed that she was chased by a Black Lives Matter mob in Dallas. But I just found it impossible to find video of that attack. And so I can't really verify that that attack even happened because video on the internet is so hard. And it was so hard to even watch that Fox News clip because it's Fox. I get triggered anytime I watch Fox News at all. So I didn't even bother to watch the Fox. Clearly showed the viral video Carlin getting attacked by the Black Lives Matter. I just don't. Carlin is just known to exaggerate things, and I just can't, for the life of me, find any evidence at all that this Black Lives Matter attack actually took place. Well, since you guys know I always come with receipts, I am happy to provide Katie with all of the evidence that I would have damn well provided her had she emailed me and asked me when she was asking me other questions for her hit piece. But since Katie did not act like a responsible journalist and did not email me and ask me for this evidence and did not even bother to do the extraordinarily simple searches on Twitter and YouTube to be able to ascertain this evidence, I will just go live and I will show you all of the things that journalist Bill Maher guest, MSNBC sometimes on there sometimes. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell else she does. Lives in Seattle, claims to know libertarians who wear fedoras and smoke passion fruit vape. I don't know any libertarians who wear fedoras and smoke passion fruit vape. But I live in New Hampshire where the real libertarians live, and Katie lives in Seattle where apparently she's okay with schools covering up when teachers molest students. I don't know. But anyway, I will present you the evidence and the receipts that Katie Herzog does not want you to see. And that's what we're doing on the stream here today. But guys, just as a reminder, before we get into that, if you would like to support the work I'm doing, including the daily streams that bother Katie Herzog so much, Katie really doesn't like that I stream on a daily basis because it shows that I have work ethic and I take things seriously, and consistency is something I'm very serious about. I'm also very serious about my locals community, and my locals community I think is really the best community on locals. I think it's the best community on the internet. And when you become a supporter of my work by joining locals, you will not only keep these streams going, but you will make available to you all sorts of exclusive perks and benefits, to include 2 private Zoom calls with me every single week, to include Bitchcraft, which is our craft and bitch that we do once a month, to include a book club, to include the supporter only Discord, to include just access to sanity in the realm of insanity. How you get involved in this is you head over to kb.locals.com/support. You can join for $5 a month, or you can do more if you want to. If you really want to give me more money, just type it in there. I'm not going to say no, but you also don't have to. $5 a month is the buy-in. You can also join for $50 a year, which gives you 2 months for free. And if you really like what I'm doing, you can make a one-time gift, and that will unlock all the features and perks and locals as well. And you will get my undying appreciation for supporting this effort in which I have to deal with nonsense wannabe journalists on the internet doing smear pieces about me because they can't be bothered to do actual journalism. All right, guys, please mount that like button for me if you have not already. Again, I know it's early. I've got my coffee. I hope you have yours too. We got a bunch of content to walk through. I've got about an hour that I can stream, and then I got to go and do something else. So hang on. All right. Let's read this article that I posted on my Substack this morning. Again, this evidence is provided for you publicly because, unlike Katie, I do everything transparently, for free. Unlike Katie, I don't charge you $5 to read the article or listen to the podcast. Well, for most of my content anyway. And if you want to head over to Carlyn, KARLYN.substack.com, you will find this and the other article that I did on Katie. Let's read. Yesterday, I proved emphatically that in her attempt to create a smear piece on me, journalist Katie Herzog tried to make me look like a lone nut job by willfully omitting publicly available evidence showing I was participating in an organized protest with dozens of other people against a school that was covering up teachers molesting students from parents in the community. Now, if you have any questions about this, this is available on yesterday's stream and a subsequent video, and I did a Substack article on it as well, and all that stuff. Peter says, just watch the stream from yesterday. One critique: don't sign her email up for spam bots. That is almost certainly legitimate harassment and or a business tort. Not worth it. Peter, as you know, I engage in psychological fuckery on almost all levels. And so, while I might threaten to do things, the threat of the thing is not actually the same thing as the thing itself. And so, no, I actually have not. You know what's so funny about psychological fuckery? Is you can flat out say, I'm fucking with you psychologically, and not actually follow through on any of the threats that you make because you're just fucking with them psychologically. And you can flat out say, like, I'm not actually doing the thing that I threatened you to do because the threat of the thing is not actually the same thing as the thing itself. No, I have not, as of yet, signed Katie Herzog up for any spam bots. I can't control what other people do on the internet, man. Not my monkeys, not my circus. But I personally have not actually done that. Although if she wants to complain, if Katie wants to complain about getting one too many gay porn emails and dick pics that she doesn't like, perhaps she shouldn't have done a smear piece podcast about me where she claimed that I said I was leaving my husband, which I never said. Katie wants to fuck around in my personal life and make claims about my marriage that are not true in any way without even bothering to ask me for a comment where I would have told her that that wasn't true in any way. I don't feel bad about Katie getting dick pics in her email. Sorry, just don't. We also know that Katie ignored evidence that one of the sources she used in her hit piece against me, Carrie Smith, I would be shocked if Carrie. I would really like Katie Herzog to either confirm or deny that Carrie Smith was one of her sources for this hit piece, because we all know Carrie Smith was one of the sources for this hit piece. Well, Peter, I would say that Katie intentionally inflicted emotional distress on me and my marriage by claiming that I said I would leave my husband, which I never did. So, Katie, you're welcome to sue me for getting dick pics in your email. And then what I'll do is I will bring your podcast to the courtroom and thoroughly debunk every single claim you made in your podcast, up to and including that I was going to leave my husband, which never happened. We also know that Katie ignored evidence that one of the sources she used in her hit piece against me, Carrie Smith, has been exposed publicly for defamation by her former boss, which I covered yesterday as well, and I have previously covered on this channel. Katie has yet to comment on either of these things when asked. And yes, I did ask Katie for a comment. I also asked her co-host Jesse for a comment, and neither of them have responded. Katie did unfollow me on Twitter, though. I'm simply heartbroken by this loss. I don't know how I'll make it through this deeply trying time in my life where Katie Herzog has unfollowed me on Twitter. But this wasn't the only publicly available evidence that Katie willfully ignored. Katie also claimed that I exaggerated being chased by a Black Lives Matter mob after a walkaway rally in Dallas, Texas in 2020, noting that I had gone on Fox News the next day and told the story of it, but that she just couldn't confirm or deny that it actually happened. Sadly for Katie, there are not one but two videos of the incident, not counting the Fox News clip she could have watched, which showed my video. My original tweet with the video incident went viral with over 500,000 views. Let's just take a look at this. Sorry, I got to set up another screen. Hang on. So this is the tweet that that Katie Herzog claims does not exist. This is a tweet that I sent out on September 5th of 2020, literally right as we were standing at the end of the street, right after we had been chased by the mob, because I got video of it. And I said, we just got chased down the street by a mob of Black Lives Matter protesters, #walkaway. As you can see, the video has well over 500,000 views, which is why I was on Fox News the next day, because my video went viral. I followed up with, we are okay. No, obviously she did not get my phone, and we're going to see why I said that in a second. I may not look like much, but she had nothing on me. That's true. She was a scrawny little bitch, and you're going to see what I'm saying in a second. For the record, this isn't even the worst of what happened. We were just standing there, and they descended on us and started screaming and throwing stuff at us, and then chased us down the street. They stole and broke the phone of another person in our group. Now, I will leave it up to you guys to determine whether or not I told the truth or whether or not I was exaggerating. But let's watch the video that Katie Herzog claims that, you know, it was just impossible to find. Like, I just couldn't confirm that this video actually existed.
A mob of people outside the police station, a mob of Black Lives Matter protesters. No. They've already thrown shit at us. The police are not here. We're trying to get away from them. They're attacking gay people. Attacking women. Are you here with them? Are you here with them? Then you do some work. We're basically running to the end of the street right now because that's where the cops are. We're being chased by a mob of...
So that was the viral video that Katie claimed she just found it impossible to find. I found that in about a 3-second search on Twitter today, so I don't think it was actually that impossible for them to find. You guys can decide whether or not you think that is evidence of me being accosted by a mob, but let's continue because I have more. This video is also available on my YouTube channel. If Katie had bothered to do a search for Karlin Borisenko, Black Lives Matter, here's the top entries she would have seen. Well, I just added the first one today, but my viral video would have popped right up. So you can see, and anyone can test this out. Just search on YouTube, Karlin Borisenko, Black Lives Matter. The first thing that's going to come up right now is the video that I posted of the clip of the stream I did the other night, debunking Katie's podcast, like on the fly. The very next thing that's going to come up is that video that we literally just watched that was also available on my Twitter. That's not actually the only video that exists of the incident, which Katie would have known had she gone to my YouTube channel and searched for Black Lives Matter there. And you guys can all try this out as well. But if you just do a simple search for Black Lives Matter on my YouTube channel, you are going to find multiple videos. You're going to find a complete footage of the BLM attack. You're also going to find videos of me talking about it. And this footage, which we're going to watch now, this footage was filmed by a third party, and this footage starts right when, so we had shown up at the Dallas police station. We got out of the car. Well, Brandon got out of the car, and then the rest of us were forced to fucking follow him because he was being a moron. I never wanted to get out of the car. I wanted to go back to the hotel. The only reason I got in the car in the first place was because I was told we weren't getting out of the car, and then I got kicked out of the car by the Uber driver after Brandon got out of the car, and everyone else got out of the car too. That was real fun. But this was basically, we got out of the car, ended up in front of the Dallas police station where the Black Lives Matter people were talking to the media because Brandon was like, I want to go talk to the media too. And then as soon as we got out of the car and they recognized Brandon, they started surrounding us. And this is where this video starts. Let's watch.
Tell your ass. Put it up. Put it up. Put it up. Tell your whole ass.
They threw the can at us. You saw that? You're gonna see a street cone. Here she's coming with a street cone because she wants to throw that at us. Like I said. Okay, it seemed like a different thing at the time. It seemed better. It seemed worse than it was at the time. I did actually trip over it there.
You don't get the opportunity to come over here. You don't get the opportunity to come over here. You don't get the opportunity to come over here and see your What's up? You don't get the opportunity.
Tell your ass. Okay, you chocolate.
Why the fuck would y'all even come here? You guys is fuck. What the fuck?
They fucking run.
Fucking phone down.
And what?
Give me that damn phone. Give me that phone.
Fucking go. And what? Fucking go.
No.
You what? You better put your ass on. Go.
You don't
They were doing this, by the way, while being filmed by the media. They were doing this while they were being filmed by the media.
You stupid bitch. You're a minority just like you're not a part of the community at all. Because you support someone who doesn't even support you. Get that bitch out of here with him. Are you here with him? Are you here with him? Then you do support him.
Motherfucker, this ain't time for fucking conversation.
It's time for you to get the fuck out of here.
Fucking go!
Harlan, come. Please, stop. Why are you recording? This is not a fucking show. Okay. You want me violent? You want me to show you violence? I will show you violence. I will show you violence.
That's it. Go. Go.
So, I'm going to put a poll in the chat right now, and then we're going to watch some more footage, because I have more footage. I have more. That's not all I have. That's what I showed on the stream the other night. I have more now, because this is not a reaction stream. I've actually gone back into the archives and found the receipts. But I want to put a poll in the chat. Did I exaggerate when I said I was attacked by a Black Lives Matter mob? Yes? No? But now you guys can let me know if you think that Katie is right when she says, oh my God, Carlin is just, you know, it's really sad. Carlin is just, she's known to exaggerate. And I just couldn't find any evidence at all that to back up her claims that she was attacked by a Black Lives Matter mob. It was just impossible. Impossible. But I have more evidence than that while you guys are reacting to that poll. I also did a reaction video to this footage on my channel trying to add additional context. You guys can go watch that if you want. On my channel, Katie also could have found footage of the Black Lives Matter protest attacking the security guard at our rally earlier in the day. He shoved the fist, oh, that should have been his fist, obviously, typo, his fist into the throat of our security guard, who was also black, and the security guard tried to put him into the ground. Ty says, OMG, why on earth would Brandon get out of the car with a massive mob there? Did he at least take responsibility for putting your life in danger? Sheesh. Yes, Brandon did privately take responsibility for that. He did. Now, the reason he got out of the car, and I gotta say, like, I didn't think that what we experienced was actually going to happen either. So I actually do have to I give him a pass on this. I forgave him for this. We were literally in front of the Dallas police station, and there was a massive line of media. They were talking to the media. The media filmed the entire thing, and I don't think that any of us thought that they were actually going to physically attack us when there was a line of media cameras. So I do forgive Brandon for this. I do. It was entirely his fault, but I do forgive him for this because I understand why he did what he did. I do get it. Incognito, so brave when there are 25 of them versus 4 of you. Yeah, it was a stunning and brave behavior there. Now, what I want to show you, because Katie could say, well, you know, I mean, the reason that Black Lives Matter attacked you was because you obviously attacked them. You provoked them, right? No. So I'm going to show you footage from the rally earlier in the day when Black Lives Matter came and attacked our security guard, which is why our security guard got arrested and why we were at the Dallas police station in the first place. So we are going to watch, and this is footage that I filmed. So the first thing we're going to watch is the footage that I personally filmed of the this is the lead Black Lives Matter guy right here. And you're going to see him come up and start being disruptive at our rally and attacking our security guard. And I'm going to show you my footage, and then I'm going to show you footage from a completely different angle, because my footage, it's a little hard to tell what's happening, and I'm going to own that. I mean, not like I could really control that. I was doing the best I could. But there is footage from a different angle that we're going to look at second that was reported on by local media. So let's watch this footage first.
Don't touch him. Don't touch him. And I promise you, I'm gonna knock the nigga ass out. Don't touch him. Don't put your hands on him. Don't put your hands on him. Don't put your hands on him.
Okay, everybody calm down, calm down, calm down. So we have security over here handling the situation. Please don't get involved, please. It's okay, everybody, it's okay, it's okay.
Hey, can you run to that 7-Eleven and get milk right now, please? I'm good. Hey, I'll reimburse you. You are not because we're all.
Back up, please! Back up, please! Back up, please! A member of Black Lives Matter just attacked security, and then all of his friends scattered like a little bitch the second after. Totally nothing by himself after he started getting his ass handed to him.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? What are speakers? They always thought I was Antifa. Because I wore all black. They always thought, like walkaway attendees, like always thought I was Antifa because I would wear all black and I would dress like kind of emo. So they were trying to block my camera. Anyway, that was my footage. But if Katie doesn't want to trust the footage of an obvious alt-right lunatic, even though she was never really a conservative, and joined the Libertarian Party in April of 2021, even though Katie wanted to make it seem like I just joined like yesterday. But if Katie doesn't want to trust my footage, because, you know, why would she really? Isn't it convenient that a local media station also actually reported on the incident, and we have footage of the of the Black Lives Matter leader from a completely different angle, where what you're going to see is this guy with the megaphone shoves his fist. The security guard is trying to get him to back off. The Black Lives Matter guy shoves his fist into the throat of the security guard, and then the security guard puts him on the ground. Let's watch.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Marisa Vedra. Now, this all started with a group holding a Rescue America rally at Main Street Garden Park in downtown Dallas earlier today. That group was carrying American flags and some Trump signs. Local activist Dominique Alexander with the Next Generation Action Network and other protesters showed up at that event, and there was a physical confrontation. Now, we're going to start today by showing you an extended clip from that confrontation this morning. Dominique Alexander is the man with the megaphone in his hand that you'll see approaching this group in the park. Take a look.
Down today. No justice, no justice, don't touch. Don't put your hands on me. 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 Hey! Ready to be the good guy with the gun? Are you ready to be the good guy with the gun there? You had it out? Good for you, man.
No, he is the good guy. You're garbage.
Okay,
you're garbage.
nice rationale.
Get out of the country. You don't want to I'll reimburse you. He's the good guy.
This field.
You know that because I know him.
Okay, again, that was a clip from earlier today we just showed you. From the end of that clip to this, police showed up a short time after, and you see Dominique Alexander there put in handcuffs. DPD has told us tonight that no one has been charged or formally arrested, but they are saying that a few individuals were taken to headquarters for questioning. Now, again, some of Dominique Alexander's supporters are protesting outside of DPD headquarters following that entire incident.
You actually saw this guy in the video where we were chased by the mob.
You now, Eric, on more on what's happening right outside of DPD.
Of course, they never reported on us being chased by the mob.
Well, Dominique Alexander supporters have been here for hours outside of DPD headquarters. They are demanding to see him. So far, they have not been able to do that. I want to give you a look right now at the intersection of Lamar and Bellevue, which is directly in front of DPD headquarters. Right now, you can see members of the Next Generation Action Network. They are blocking this intersection. I can tell you they've been doing this off and on for about an hour. Right now, things are pretty quiet, but I can tell you just maybe about 10 or 15, 20 minutes ago, the Dallas police were out here in riot gear. They did face off against these demonstrators. Thankfully, despite some yelling, everything appeared to be peaceful. I have not seen any arrests. I have not seen any injuries involving the Dallas Police Department and these protesters. I can tell you, however, a lot of these drivers are visibly frustrated. Just a few moments ago, I saw someone throw a can at one of the demonstrators. I can also tell you that a little bit earlier today, there was an SUV that sped through the crowd. Thankfully, no one was struck. So right now, as you can see, the demonstrators are blocking the streets. They are demanding to see the founder of their group, Dominique Alexander, as we all heard a moment ago. He is the individual seen in that video from the rally that happened earlier today in downtown Dallas. He is the man with the bullhorn who approached that rally where a number of people were holding Trump signs. Now, we're still trying to figure out exactly what happened before and after that, but I can tell you that the demonstrators here tell me they are going to be here.
Oh, look, the woman who jumped on my back trying to steal my phone.
Alexander here outside of Dallas Police Headquarters. We're going to continue to follow this. We'll bring you an update both on air and online when we get new information. Back to you.
All right, Eric, thank you so much.
You know, Katie, I was probably just exaggerating the whole thing. I probably just created this local news report just this morning, just doctored this evidence, just whipped it all up this morning, just to have something to show. After this, the Dallas police arrested the Black Lives Matter leader and the security guard. We were attacked by the BLM mob right outside the Dallas police station. Hours later, when, missing a word there, went to check on the security guard. I never claimed to be the best copy editor in the world. So, well, was I really chased by a Black Lives Matter mob, or did I just exaggerate the whole thing as Katie Herzog claims? You can watch my full reaction video to Katie's journalism here. It doesn't include some of the extra footage above, but I've added as supplemental material here. And this article is available on my Substack. So in addition to the clip that I posted earlier, now you guys have seen the supplemental footage that Katie Herzog just couldn't find. She searched exhaustively on the internet. She tried so hard to find the video, but she just couldn't do it. Couldn't even, she thought about maybe emailing Carlin for the footage, but then maybe Carlin would have actually provided the footage to back up her claims. And, we can't actually look at real evidence when we're writing smear pieces, can we, Katie? So I polled you guys earlier and I said in the poll, did I exaggerate when I said I was attacked by a Black Lives Matter mob? And 100% of you say no. Yay! Winning. So that's really all I have, guys. That's really all I wanted to say for this particular stream. And again, let me just get this up here so I can show you guys what we're doing later today. I have to wrap it up soon because I have an interview and I have other stuff I need to do. But if you enjoyed this, maybe you'll enjoy some dramatic content as well. Listen, I feel the need to debunk Katie Herzog's, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Herzog's lies about me because they're egregious. They're egregious. And I'm sorry. She can go fuck herself. It was just impossible to find video evidence to back up Carlin's claim. Really, Katie? I found that in about 10 minutes this morning. But I will be doing other content later today that has nothing to do with any of this bullshit. And I'm very excited to, at 5 o'clock, be talking to Mr. Dave Benner on taking over the National Libertarian Party Twitter account. Dave is doing a great job running the National LP Twitter account. It is so much better than it was before. And I'm going to be talking to him about messaging and strategy. And he's a wonderful guy. And so if you want to see that sort of content, you can come back to the channel at 5 p.m. today. Please make sure you mount that like button for me, guys, on the way out the door. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I will be continuing to debunk Katie Herzog's lies for, at least a couple more pieces. we're going to see how it goes and how long I'm really interested in it. But I'm getting the big ones out of the way first. And then I'm going to, decide on whether or not I want to actually spend time debunking the more personal shit, because I don't think my personal life is actually anyone's business. And I don't necessarily want to continue to feed into the mental illness of an obviously unwell person who is living out his own kindergarten love story on Twitter every single day. So I have to decide how far I want to go with this, but I do have at least a couple more pieces that I'm going to do about the more public stuff, like my involvement with the Libertarian Party, which Katie Herzog completely ignored evidence that I gave her about how long I've been involved with the Libertarian Party, stuff like that. But keep your eyes out over the next couple days. We'll see how this goes, but I will be making other content too. And as a reminder, because people have been complaining lately, they're like, Carlin, all you do anymore is drama. I have a whole other YouTube channel. So if you go into the description of any of my YouTube videos, you can see this. Subscribe to my second channel, youtube.com/activelyunwoke. And if you want more content in regards to fighting back against woke insanity, you can find this content over on my second channel. I've got a podcast that I'm recording today. So there's going to be another edition of the Actively Unwoke podcast. Of course, we do happy hours there on Fridays. I'm going to start populating this channel with a lot more content around just like basic woke Woke 101 stuff, also like Unwoke news, stuff like that. So I'm really going to be building out the second YouTube channel as like the home of the Unwoke content. And on my primary channel, I'm going to be focusing on content that I'm interested in and that makes me happy to cover, or that I'm just trying to debunk the lies of vicious idiot journalists on the internet with stupid haircuts, even stupider than mine. And that's, saying something. So make sure you're subscribed over there. And that's really all I have today, guys. Take care. We'll see you at 5 p.m. Have a good rest of your day.